journey begin. Who win this year's championship? Come feel the heat of this dream. Witness the strength and confidence of those who face these challenges, cause in the end we all win. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Everybody say na 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 the ball has hit the bat, whoa, whoa. Fielders are running to catch it. Is a six or will it be a four? We scream, we roar, oh my god, the tension soar. The pressure, the skill on display is amazing, what can I say? Let the clocks run in millions, as if cricket is our religion. Let's go. If you wanna be the best, play with courage and confidence. Level up your game to be prominent. Don't forget it's your time to shine. Play tough but remember to be kind. Let's see who tops at the finish line. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Game number 2 of the Super 8s, the Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 11, here on a Super Saturday between Watania and ANIB Bulls. ANIB Bulls Zanal captain will flip the coin. Deepak will do the calling. In heads is the call. Umpire will tail. ANIB Zanal, you won the toss. What do you want to do?
We'll bat first.
Zanal, you all are a side that is highly regarded in the insurance circuit. How much of a pressure do you think does that carry when you walk into such tournaments?
To be honest, pressure-wise, no, not really. We don't take any pressure for any matches because we have been playing this tournament for last maybe for more than 6-7 years. So we are used to the tournament. So it's okay. We always give our best whenever we play. So this time around, yeah, slight bit of pressure is there because we had to qualify to this Super 8. Earlier it was not like that. It was just one league. So yeah, let's see. We will give our best. Yeah.
And looking at the wicket, it is a belter of wicket. It's already more than nearly 400 runs and 350 runs scored in the second game. What sort of a score are you looking to put up today?
No, we haven't planned anything like that. It'll all depend on the situation. That's what we always stick to.
Thank you and all the best. We'll have Deepak. Deepak, happy to bowl first.
Yeah, we are also planning to bat first in a important match because it's a league match and Al Nabuda is a good team and we wanted to put some score. But anyways, bowling and batting or bowling you have to do once in a match. So we are okay. We are okay with that.
Happy with the conditions. The weather pretty good for you all to field first and then come back later.
Yeah, maybe we'll have some advantage playing in the night. There will be some period where lights will be dim. So maybe we can utilize that as a bowling team. That's what we are looking for.
Anyway, all the best. That's the news from the centre. ANIB captain winning the toss and he elected to take first strike. Action coming up in the next few minutes. Thank you. Welcome to the Insurance Cricket Premier League 2024 Season 11. The second game of the Super 8 between Al Nabuda Insurance Brokers Bulls versus Watania Takaful. ANIB Bulls captain won the toss. He elected to take first strike. Both these teams, when they met in the initial league phase, was a game which had 500 runs scored. 250 for 4 was what ANIB Bulls had scored on the back of 155 by Imran, and then Watania Takaful returning that favour by scoring 251 for the loss of 5 wickets. So you can expect some high quality batting. The wickets really good. It stayed true through the day. There is absolutely nothing much for the bowler. And the batsmen, if they keep playing straight enough, are going to get some useful runs for the side. Both the batsmen out at the centre. The left arm seamer from bowling over the wicket. Imran and Zanal are opening the innings for the side. Imran has scored a magnificent 155 in the last game that these two played. Mohammad Imran, 11 matches, 714 runs, strike rate 201. It's a massive strike rate, even though it's T20. And then we have Zanal, the captain, 13 matches, 341 and an impressive strike rate of 148. 148 is very good, but considering your partner is 200 plus strike rate, you will want him to take most of the strike and get you off to a good start. Bowler Shemu is the bowler. 10 matches, 7 wickets, economy of 7.89. He'll be the one who has the new nut in his hand. Only 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. This is the power play phase. The umpire signals it's time to play. Deepak making sure his fielders are at the right place, making the man at short third of go a bit finer. First ball coming up, left arm over the wicket to Imran. Shemu starts off with a wide, wanting to take the ball away. Imran happy to see that one pass. Probably will want to size up, get an eye in before he decides to take on the bowlers. The ball's fairly new. It's going to move around a bit for the first 2 or 3 overs, and then it becomes quite easy to bat. Once you have your eye in, you got the measure of the wicket, drives it down the ground. There's a man at long off for that. He gets off the mark. Score moves on to 2. The only thing that could be a bit of a worry is the long shadows which are falling across the turf. The moment the ball comes off the bowler's arm, you suddenly have something moving across from the dark area to the light area. So this is something which they will be wary about, but these are experienced campaigners. They must have seen all facets of the day when they have played, so will not be complaining much as Shemu comes in, plays it with soft hands, plays it towards the man at long on for a single. So the 2 men outside the 30-yard circle are the man at long off and long on. Rest of the men are inside the 30-yard circle. Deepak making sure his fielders are at the right place. He knows how important this wicket is. This is a man who can really cause some serious damage. Drives this through covers. There's no fielder there. Rather, there's a man at extra cover. The field position changed. So another run to the total score moves on to 4. And Imran moves on to 2. Change in the field. The man at cover, third man comes towards the cover region. Shemu, left arm over, tucks the batsman up to the man at short covers. Quick fielding there, no run there. Score remains on 4. Fifth ball of the over. Again, tucks him up right into the good length spot, making sure that he doesn't get any room whatsoever. Score remains on 4. Last ball of the first over coming up. Both these sides probably considered one of the best in the tournament, facing off right in the first game of the Super 8, as this time plays it away from his body towards the man at point. Lucky for him, it just went one lob to the fielder. No run. End of the over. 4 for the loss of no wicket. Seven Hawks comes in to the attack, partnering Shemu with the new ball. Right arm over the wicket. Bowling to Imran, who's got 2 of 2. No slip in place. Plays this over the man at extra cover, and beautiful shot goes to the boundary. First boundary of the game. Not much of pace and width given to the batsman, and he just sends this over the cover boundary. There was a man at deep point but cut that off. Score moves on to 8. Sivan drives this towards the man. It covers, no run there. Much better ball this time in line of the sums. The first one he bowled. He gave away with Imran standing a couple of paces outside the crease, trying to negate the swing if there's anything. This time cuts this towards short covers and they take off for a quick single. Score moves on to 9 rather. Gets क्या कर रहा है यार इमरान नॉन स्ट्राइक पे है cuts this one towards gully, no run there. अच्छा इमरान ये वाली थी शायद Imran on strike. Plays this towards chance of a run out there. Miscommunication. Imran was an 9 for no loss. Good comeback after conceding boundary of the first ball. He's given away 1 run in the next 4 balls. Last ball of the over. Would want to finish it well. Bowls a slower one. Tucks the batsman up. Who get a single of the last ball. End of the over. 10 for no loss at the end of 2.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Imran on strike, 2 of 7. Shemu to continue, left arm over the wicket. Swipes this across the turf and goes for a single towards mid wicket. A field placing well set, knowing exactly where they're bowling. So another single, score moves on to 11. Both these teams knowing how important it is to get those 2 points, as this time plays it over the bowler's head. Man at mid-on making sure there's no single there, so dot ball. Score remains on 11. Zanal batting 7 of 6. Imran batting 3 of 8. This time getting this chance to send this towards the cover boundary. There's a fielder there. One more run added. Score moves on to 12. These two have played each other quite well. They played enough to know exactly their strengths and which are the scoring areas. So far, Deepak has been spot on. He's brought the man in for Imran from covers. He's got a mid wicket. He's sent the man back from mid on, probably knowing he likes to play more in the V. This time comes in line of the ball going towards the mid-wicket area, chance of a run out, and 3 more runs scored. A misfield allowing that extra run to be scored. Score moves on to 15. Brings Zanal on strike. Imran making a move on. He is now 6 of 9. Shimu wanted to tuck Imran up, but just bowled it a bit fuller for him to play that on it. This time down leg side will be called a wide. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 16. For no loss, as this time plays this towards the cover region. There's a fielder there, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 17. Last ball of the over, third over, going at a run rate of 6 and over. So far they managed to keep the batsman quiet, apart from that boundary that was conceded in the second over. Last ball of the over, left arm over, this time outside the off stump, gives him a little bit of space but couldn't make use of it. A dot ball to end the over. 3 overs gone, 17 for the loss of no wicket. Being sponsored by Alia Insurance, Crawford, Matthew Daniel, Sivan to continue down the ground, plays it towards the mid-wicket region. The ball racing away towards the mid-wicket boundary. So Imran gets his... Sorry, that was Zanal who got his second boundary. Imran yet to score a boundary. He moves on to 13 of 9. Not a convincing stroke, but good enough to get some momentum. It was right up to the slot. He wanted to play it towards mid-on, but gets it towards the mid-wicket region. Score moves on to 21. And Sivan under pressure right away. He gave a boundary of the first ball, and this time again does the same. This time the ball going to a short fine, and both the batsmen cross over for a single. Not a good delivery right up to the batsman. He flicks that one, but finds the man at 45. But couldn't get up in time to try to fix it. A couple of times that the batsman has been going for a run which could be suicidal, but at the moment have managed to safeguard themselves. At this time gets his chance, plays it over covers. The fielder is giving the chase, wants to get a move on, decides to chance his arm, gets a couple for that. Score moves on to 24. And he moves on to 9 of 11. So that's 8 of 11. This time walks across the stumps and Sivan makes sure he follows him, doesn't go wide off the off stump or leg stump where he can free his arms, tucks him up again. So a good ball. It's given away 7 runs of the 4 balls he's bowled, score on 24. This time down leg side will be called a wide. He's shuffling across his stumps. Decides to go sneak one under the bat and probably hit the leg peg, but bowled it a bit too much. So will be called a wide. So 1 more run. 8 runs coming off the over. Couple of balls more left in the over. Slightly slow. Place it towards point. Good piece of fielding. A chance for run out. Have a look. As you see on the screen, he goes for the run. The fielder fields the ball. The bowler making a mess of it, and the fielder's not happy about it. Another slower one through the cover region. There's no protection there. The ball races away to the boundary. So that's the momentum that he's looking for. Gets a boundary of the last ball. 29 for no loss at the end of 4 overs. Quite start, but now trying to get some momentum. Sivan giving away 18 runs of the 2 overs he's bowled. Imran batting 12 of 14. Zanal batting 14 of 10. 29 for no loss at the end of 4. Over number 5, Shamu to continue. He's bowling to Zanal. And he bowls him, plays across the line. And this is what they wanted. And they get it from the premier bowler. Full and straight. Not a good shot from Zanal. He was playing well. Have a look at it. No feet movement. Just playing through the line. Wanting to play it over mid-wicket. And the moment he missed, it was always going to hit the stumps. So the first wicket down, 29 for the loss of 1 wicket. Zanal out for 14 of 11 with 2 boundaries. New man Hafiz is playing his first match. Coming in at number 3, the left-hander. who's playing a couple of yards outside his crease. Hafiz down the leg side, called a wide. Score moves on to 30. Shamu just asking whether it flicked the pad or the pant, but the umpire says no, it's a wide and will remain that way. 30 for 1. And Hafiz places in the air over the cover boundary for a maximum. It was in the slot. All he did was just plant his foot and swing the bat hard. Have a look at this. First maximum of the game. Slightly overpitched and into his zone. He just flazes over the man at covers for a maximum. So 6 runs to the total. He moves on to 6, 36 for 1. Shamu bowling to Hafiz. This time cuts this over point. There's no fielder there, so he back-to-back boundaries. One is a maximum and then a boundary to follow. Score moves on to 40. And Hafiz moves on to 10 of 2. Have a look at it. Enough width. Plays it from the bottom of the bat, but still good enough to go over the point fence. Slow one onto the stumps and plays it with soft hands and takes up for a single. One more run added. 41 for 1 in 4.4 overs brings Imran on to strike. He's batting 12 of 14 and he's already is 11 of 3. The Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 11. This is game number 3 of the day, as is beaten on this occasion. So is the keeper, but no damage. End of the over, 41 for 1. Out. As we have a look at the scorecard. नेक्स्ट ओवर में दिखा दे, नेक्स्ट ओवर में दिखा दे, पावर प्ले के बाद दिखा दे. अच्छा एक और बॉल. One more ball to go in the over. Shamu bowling to Imran, tucks him onto the pads, goes down to deep mid wicket. There's a fielder there, keeps it down to a single. End of the 5th over, 42 for 1. Start of over number 6, the first bowling change. Akhil, the bowler, bowling to Imran. Starting 13 of 16 with 1 boundary. Spinner operating and the keeper coming up to the stumps. Mandatory that he wears the helmet. Okay, right arm leg break, bowls it, plays it back towards the bowler. No run there. Onto the pads and rightly so sent towards the fine leg, long leg boundary rather, for a boundary. First ball was a beautiful leg spinner. The next one dropped short, and no second invitation needed for the batsman. He sends this towards the long leg boundary for 4 runs. Score moves on to 46. We're in the last over of power play with the field restrictions being taken off as this one loops this one, takes the bait, sends this over the long off boundary for a maximum. A good ploy, but the execution, the ball was too full, and the moment he saw he could chance his arm, he went ahead with that and sends this over the long off boundary. So the 50 coming up in the 6th over, 52 for 1, and Imran has now started to find his moyo. He is now 23 of 19. Another short one, and again dealt severely, this time over the mid-wicket boundary for a 6. So overcompensating. The first one he bowled well, second one he bowled down leg side, the third one he decided to float the ball, he got it, and then he decided to again shorten his length, but way too short. No way that a man of Imran's caliber is going to miss out on that, and all the man at mid-wicket could do is send the ball back to the bowler and ask him to bowl with a much better line, and score now galloping along to 58. This two maximums and a boundary. This time will be called a no ball. So will be another 2 more runs with a free hit. 18 runs already off the 4 ball that he's bowled. And Akhil is sure he got this time, bowls it with a quicker one, but is up to the task and sends this towards the long on boundary for another maximum. 21 runs of the 5 balls, and all of a sudden that, have a look at that, he decides to bowl spin and then changes his grip to a medium pacer, and that easily is being sent to the, this time bowls a much better ball. This is what he should be doing, trust himself, and he ends well. He started well and the last ball was in, but in between give away 21 runs of that over. Score now at the end of 6 overs, 63 for the loss of 1 wicket. And Imran now is 33 of 22 with 3 boundaries, 2 maximums. Hafizur Rahman batting 11 of 3 balls with 1 boundary and 1 maximum. Have a look at the scorecard. Sanal, the captain, was the first to go. He was the only man out. He's out for 14 of 11, bowled by Shemu with 2 boundaries. And then Imran, who started off slowly, is now started to pick up. He's now 33 of 22. Hafizur Rahman batting 11 of 3. Problems aplenty for Deepak, the captain. End of power play is what the umpire signals. Shemu 3 overs 24. Siva 2 overs 18, no wickets. Akhil, the 1 over that he bowled for 21. And the second change, Amir Bashir, will now come to bowl the 7th over, the first one after the power play. He'll be bowling to Hafiz, the left-hander. Amir 11 matches, 8 wickets, economy of 8.16. Right arm off spinner over the wicket, and this time Hafiz plays this in the air over mid wicket for a maximum. The off spinner treated with disdain in the first ball. The moment he saw it, he just plants his foot and swings his bat hard, and it goes like a golf ball in the air, and for a maximum 69 for 1. This time under edges this one towards gully, no run there. Hafiz is not going to stop himself. He's already 17 of the 5 balls he's faced. This time again plays it over the man at long on, and a chance of a catch, and both the fielders converging, and a double to the score. We wait and watch whether both of them are okay. Chance of a catch. These are experienced cricketers. They should have been a call as to who's going to go for it. The man at long on and the man at cow corner, both of them converging. The man at long on had it in his hands, but the moment he came in collision with his teammate, he lost the ball. So that's a chance gone begging. That's how costly is that going to prove? Eight runs coming of the 3 balls. Score moves on to 71. This time plays it back to as a bowler. No run there. Good comeback. 2 dot balls and a double. Nearly wicket. Comes down the wicket, plays it in the air, wait and watch whether somebody's coming under that. And a fantastic catch this time. So the cameo comes to an end. Hafiz was always going to go on a single track, decides to take his arm, but this time Amir has his revenge. He has him out for 19 of 8 balls. Tossing this one up. Hafiz coming down the track. Again, not entirely up to the pitch of the ball, but still going ahead with the stroke. And the man at long on, Sujit, this time making no mistake. Hafiz Rahman out 19 of 8 with 2 sixes and 1 boundary to his credit. Newman Sagar at number 4. 10 matches, 433 runs. He too has a impressive strike rate of 200 runs. 200 usually comes in the second half of the innings with given the pedigree of batting that they have, but now has to come in at the nearly completion of the 7th over. Has a job of rebuilding the innings with his Imran. Amir starting from around the wicket to the right-hander. slants this one across the right-hander, plays it towards the cover region, and the ball races towards the boundary. So Sagar 2 starting off with the boundary, an expensive over, 12 runs, but we'll be happy with the fact they got a wicket of Hafiz. 75 for 2. Have a look at that bowling from round the wicket. Slants this one, gives enough width to the batsman who plays it towards the cover region. The man from covers running across but doesn't dive or stop the ball with his hands. Lets the ball go towards the boundary. 75 for 2 after 8.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Tarindu bowling the third ball. He's given away 1 run of the first ball. This time tries to quicken that one up. Sagar plays it towards the left of long off. The man at long off and long on are going to keep busy with the off spinners bowling. Another single score moves on to 77 rather. .77 for 2. Places from the depth of the crease. No run there. Fifth ball of the over coming up. Comes down the track, takes it on the full. Managed to send it towards deep mid wicket for a single. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 78 with 1 more ball to go. Cuts this one towards the vacant third man area for a boundary. So a good over comes to an end. It would have been better had he not given away the boundary, but 7 runs of the over nonetheless. 82 for 2 at the end of 8. Have a look at that. Loops this one, but enough width. He chops this one through gully and the short third man, and it races away towards the boundary. Let's see. .82 for 2. Amir, this time Imran trying to fancy a shot by coming across the line and playing it to a square leg, but gets an under edge, gets a single for that, takes him off strike. Moves on to 36 of 27 with 3 boundaries, 2 maximums. Sagar Kalyan batting 9 of 4 with 2 boundaries to his credit. Amir goes on the back foot, plays it towards gully. A quick single completed. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 84. Brings Imran on to strike. Goes on to the backward, plays it towards long on. There's a fielder there. One more run added. Score moves on to 85. Again, another full toss. Ball plays it towards long on. The fielder there quickly comes around. Again, another single added. Score moves on to 86. (86 for 2) to 8.4. Fifth ball of the over. Dabs this one towards short third. There's a fielder there. One more run added. Cheeky little shot. Gets away with that. Gets a single for that. Score moves on to 87. One more ball to go. Onto the back foot, plays it towards covers. There's no run there. End of a good over. 5 singles coming off it. 87 for 2 at the end of 9 overs. Having a look at the team dugout. Pretty happy with the way the things have gone. They've just lost 2 wickets, 87 and 9. Remember, they had scored 250 against Watania, and that was still not enough to win the game. As Leonage continues, plays this one towards deep mid wicket. Imran and gets a single. He moves on to 39. Brings Sagar on to strike. The score moves on to 88 with that, and now a single brings the score to 89. Slowish delivery. Tarindu wanting to bowl field of his own bowling, misses that one, allows the single to go through. Moves on to 90. This time drives this towards long on. The fielder there doing the fielding, keeps it down again to a single. 91 for 2. 2 more balls before we go into the drinks break, and the team changes the ends. Cuts this one right from the gloves of the keeper. The ball going towards the short third man area. By the time the fielder fields that one, 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 93 with 1 more ball left. Dot ball to finish the over. 93 for 2 at the end of 10. As we go into the drinks break, Mohammad Imran batting 42 of 33 and Sagar batting 13 of 9. Tarindu Lianaige 2 overs 13 runs, no wicket. Amir Bashir 2 overs 17 runs, 1 wicket. As we take a quick break. Second half of the innings, so begin Amir to bowl from round the wicket to Sagar, 93 for 2. He's bowled 2 overs, given away 17 runs and taken 1 wicket. We're hoping to get a couple of them more before he completes his spell today. Tosses this one, plays it back to the bowler who misfields of his own bowling, allows a single. Gets the score on to 94. On the wicket to Imran, places towards mid wicket. There's nobody in the circle there, so the man at deep mid wicket will have to come in and field the ball. There's a single there. Score moves on to 95. Another single down to long on for score moves on to 96. In the air and over the man at long on for a maximum. So the 100 coming up. 102 in the 11th over. Tossed up and he sends this over the long on boundary. Kept the man at long on interested for a few moments, but that was still good enough to beat the boundary. So the 100 coming up, and he is now on 49 of 35. (102) drives this one safely down the ground to long off for a single. So after that initial quiet period that Imran had, he slowly started to now get those runs. He's already reached his 50 of 36 balls with 3 boundaries and 3 maximums. Brings Sagar on to strike. Last ball of the over, slightly short, but can't stop the single. Good over for the Bulls, getting 11 runs of that. So 104 for 2 at the end of 11.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community, our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Last over was an expensive one for the Watania. They'd given away 11 runs of that. So Amir Bashir now 28 of the 3 overs that he's bowled. He's got a wicket, but he's been a touch expensive. Really want Sagar this time plays this towards long off, a misfield there, and the ball races away towards the boundary. So 4 more runs. Full toss had to be dealt severely. The man at long off did well, but the moment it hit his knee and got away from it, and that way it just trickled across to the boundary. So 4 more runs, 108 for 2. Sagar now reaches 20 of 13. Places from outside the off stump towards the mid-wicket area. Sujit, the fielder there. There's a single. Score moves on to 109. Brings Imran, comes down the wicket, drives this towards the man at long off. A single there. Score moves on to 110. .5:15 local time here, as the sun will start to set shortly. Sagar this time moving across and trying to play across the line. Deep mid-wicket comes into play. Short mid-wicket, fierce fields that one, but not much score, just a single. Score moves on to 111. 2 more balls left in the over. This time sizes that one and towards the mid-wicket boundary. Wait for the umpire signal. Another boundary. Score moves on to 115. Let's have a look at the replay. Comes across and then sends us towards the mid-wicket boundary. And between both the fielders, it's a boundary. So 4 more runs. Last ball of the over. Down the track, plays, and Tarindu coming and trying to take a catch off his own bowling. Drops up one. How costly is that? He can't blame anyone else. You've done well. You've come under the ball, and at the last minute, your hands don't support. So a costly drop, 106, comes down the track, still goes ahead with a shot in the air. Have a look at it. He had all the time in the world. And the moment he decided to take it right in front of his face, he lost sight of the ball. And all Deepak could do is watch in frustration. Tarindu too going for 12 runs in that over. So he's gone for, could have been 23 for 1 in his 3 overs. In fact, is now 25 for none in his 3 overs. And Imran should have been on his way back, is still there at the center. He's batting 56 of 39. He's 4 boundaries and 3 sixes. And Sagar is batting 22 of 15 with 3 boundaries. Amir to bowl his last over. This time comes in line with the ball, plays it over mid-wicket for a maximum. You should be well aware that this man can make you pay for your mistakes. He dropped a catch of the last ball, and this time into his arc, and he just sends this sailing over the mid-wicket area for a maximum. All Sujit had to do was ask for the ball to be sent back as he comes down. This time over, long off for another maximum. So back-to-back sixes. He's already started motoring along well. He's now batting 68. He's got 5 maximums to his credit, and he's still not finished. Score 128 for 2. This time slowing that one up. He wanted to play it again over mid-wicket, but the moment it wasn't there, it was slow. He decided to play it with soft hands to the man at short covers. No run there. 128 for 2. This time over the bowler's head, and for the third maximum of the over. And now the score's galloping along to 134. Right into his zone, and he's just too good a player to miss out on that. 18 runs already of the first 4 balls of this over. This time over the bowler's head again, and the 4th maximum of the over. All Amir can look is in disbelief. The moment he is bowling, all Imran is doing is plonking his bat and swinging it hard, and it's going way over the fielder's head. Have a look at that. This time he gets a chance to free his arm and sailing over the boundary for another maximum. So 4 boundaries of this over so far. 24 runs coming. They were 93 for 2 until at the end of 10 overs, and then in the next 2.5 overs have conceded 47 runs, and they're still not done yet. Last ball of the over, last ball of Amir's spell. This time tucking him up and gets away with a single. We'll wait for the umpire signal. He comes back for 2. Wait for the umpire signal. That's leg byes. So 49 runs have come in the last 3 overs. .26 runs coming of this over. 142 for 2. End of the 13th over, 142 for 2. Akhil to continue. It's going to be 21 runs of the over that he had bowled. Shot, plays it over the mid-wicket area. There's a fielder there, but keeps it within the boundary line. We'll go for a boundary check probably. Wait for the umpire to decide on that. Wait for a boundary check. Boundary of the first ball. He tried well, but he was outside the boundary rope to get the ball in. So 146 for 2. This time decides to bowl the off spinner instead of going leg spin. Sends it to the man at extra cover for a single. Score moves on to 147. Imran on to strike. This time Charles plays it over the man at covers. The ball racing away towards the boundary. So the 150 coming up. 151 for 2. Not sure if Akhil is doing the right thing. He has to trust himself. He had bowled leg spin in the first over. The first ball he decided to bowl, he went short. But then he's bowled an off spinner and still gone for a boundary. Enough width for the batsman to play. Again, this one's full toss. Plays towards the vacant cover region. There's no fielder there. So another boundary. Score moves on to 155. There's no stopping these batsmen now. No ball. A free hit coming up. Umpire signal a no ball. Front foot. No ball. Another single. Score moves on to 156. No ball होगा तो बता देंगे ना free hit. 156 for 2. Last ball of the over coming up. This one tosses this one, but enough width. Not the kind of line you should be bowling. And another boundary to end the over. 160 for 2 at the end of 14 overs. Imran now batting 89 of 48 and batsman कौन से change हुआ? विकेट या बेसमेंट चेंज कर दिया? 160 for 2 at the end of 14. Tarindu coming to bowl his last over. It's gone for single of the first ball. Sivan the fielder. Score moves on to 161. Down the wicket, over the man at long on for another maximum. So Sagar now getting into the act. हाँ पहली बॉल पे सिंगल, दूसरी बॉल पे छक्का.
पहली बॉल पे सिंगल लिया इमरान भाई ने.
.167 for 2. Saga going on the back foot, plays it towards long off for a single. Score moves on to 168. Brings Imran back on strike. He is now batting 90. Down the ground, over the long on fielder. Another maximum. He moves on to 96. His 8th six of the innings. Have a look at it. Confident enough now. He's got the measure of the wicket. He just comes down the track. And with those broad shoulders, all he needs to do is just sends it over the man at long on. He's making them pay already for that drop catch. First it was Amir who bore the brunt, then it was Akhil. Now Tarindo himself will be ruining that chance that he dropped. Already 14 runs coming off this 4 balls with 2 more to go. Now coming down the wicket in between the stumps. Is that going to help? Because he is taking out the covers and extra covers, but he's giving mid wicket, and this is what he'll do. He plays this towards deep mid wicket. There's a fielder there. Keeps it down to a single. 1 more ball to go. Bowling it into the pitch rather than trying to float the ball or give it a lot of air. Sorry, gone for 39 off his 3.5. Down to the man at long off for a single. .176 for 2 at the end of 15 overs. Current run rate of 11.7. Will get them to 234. Sagar Kalyan batting 39 of 21. Imran batting 97 of 51. Back over number 16 within the last 5 overs, and let's see how much more can Imran inflict on Watania. He was on 56 when he was dropped, and since then has taken another 41. As this time Saga plays it in the air, man at long off, takes it easily. So Sujit comes in and gets the wicket of the first ball. He gets Sagar out nonetheless. He's out for 39 of 22. Holding the ball back a bit. Just not enough air given for that. Sagar takes the bait and straight in the hands of Shamim at long off. He's out for 39. Rami is the new man, 11 matches, 184, strike rate of 160. Most of these batsmen are boasting of a strike rate of 150 and above. And the pedigree that they have in their team at the moment is unmatched. 176 for 3. Rami is on strike. Sujit, chance of a cotton ball, just short of the man. So a dot ball, keeping, and more importantly, keeping Imran off strike. You'll have to keep him waiting for some more time and try to get under his skin. Probably cuts this one towards the cover region. There's a fielder there, keeps it down to a single, brings Imran on to strike. Interesting to see how does he play him, because at the moment Sujit has played 10 matches, 5 wickets, economy of 8.9. We need to see how does he manage him, because plays this softly towards the man at short cover. No run, quite not giving too much air, just floated the ball right up to the batsman, wanting him to take the bait again, as Sagar had done and perished. Plays this in the air slowly towards the man at deep mid on. Chance of a run out, but batsman well and safely home. 2 more runs added. 1 more ball to go in the over. He's given away just 3 runs and taken a wicket more, so has kept Imran a bit quiet. He's just given away 2 runs of the 2 balls he's bowled. He's on 99 now. For sure he'll be looking at that single first before he goes. Just plays it towards the mid-wicket boundary, and a well-compiled century for Imran. Back-to-back centuries against Watania. 100 of 54 balls with 6 boundaries and 8 maximums. He was on 56 when he should have been caught and bowled off the bowling of Tarindu, but since then has made most of that opportunity and reached the 3-figure mark for himself, and he's still not finished. 4 more overs to go, and with the rate that they're going at 11.3, they should get 226. Remember, both these teams have packed with real good batsmen. 250 was what they scored in their last game, did ANIB, but Watania was up to the task and they scored it with 5 wickets to spare. So we're in for an exciting contest out here.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Shamim, left arm over, comes back into the attack. He's bowling to Imran. Tucks him up, plays it towards deep square leg. There's a man coming from mid-wicket. By the time he fields 2 more runs, probably Deepak could be thinking of he should have brought Shamim back a bit earlier for an over, just to make sure he keeps Imran quiet. The moment Imran found his rhythm, he was unstoppable. Still hasn't finished yet. He's still going good guns, but the moment you have a medium pacer who's bowling well, you always have a good chance. Shot this time, plays it towards mid wicket, and there's a fielder who misfields and lets the ball go towards the boundary. Probably lost it in the lights. And a second miss. Shamim had set him up for that. Have a look at that. It wasn't that shot. He played it, and the fielder at mid wicket made a mess of that. We have a fielder who's not feeling that great, probably twisted himself. Back to live action as Imran plays this towards Gully and takes off for a single. One more run added. Score moves on to 187. Shamim into bowl to Ramesh. Slow one, cuts this one towards covers, and the fielders batsman complete a single. A wayward throw will get them 2 more runs. Umpire signaling 1 shot. Imran was the one who didn't complete the run at the non-striker's end, so 1 shot. Imran on strike. Full toss, plays it over long on, and another maximum into the dugout. Have a look at that. Shamim pulling the slower one, but Imran equally up to the task, converting it into a full toss and sends us over the mid-wicket boundary to his dugout for another maximum. So moves on to 194. 196 rather. Plays this towards the cover region. The fielder is giving a chase, but the ball wins the race, and the 200 coming up in 17 overs. Last 7 overs, they have been carted for 107 runs. He's gone up to 117 of 59 balls. Sujit to bowl over number 18. Full toss. It'll be a no ball and a maximum. So more agony for Watania. They've given away a 6 and a no ball, a free hit. 207 for 3. Have a look at that. Sujit bowling a full toss, and Rami is equal to the task. He now benefit of having a free hit, and let's see how much he makes of it. umpire signaling a free hit, so we'll wait and watch. Rami is on strike. Trying to bowl a slower one, plays it in the air, and another maximum. The score moves on to 213 with that maximum. 13 runs coming off the first ball. There was a no ball, and then a slower one which went sailing over the long on boundary. Shot this time towards the man at short covers. He drops that one, allows the single to be completed. Both the batsmen hesitating, but in the end managing to finish that run. So problems aplenty for Watania. 214. Slightly fuller this time, but sent straight away towards the long leg boundary for another 4. Score moves on to 218. Moves along onto the pads, and foolish delivery just helped its way onto long leg area for another boundary. 218. He is now 121 of 60 balls. This time under the bat, goes towards the keeper who misses and gives away a run. Wait for the umpire signal. It's been called a bye. 219. Two more balls left in the over. This time plays it towards gully for a single, and another misfield allows that extra run. Watania fielders now under a lot of pressure. They're trying to effect a run out, and in the bargain have given away a few more runs. They already are going to chase a tall score. It's already 221 for 3. Full toss, plays it in the air towards the man at long on, but Shamim miscalculating the ball, and he gives away 2 more runs. 223 for 3 with 1 more ball with the over complete. Siva comes in to bowl his third over. He's gone for 18 of the 2 overs he's bowled. This time over the man at covers, and another boundary. Score moves on to 227. Nimran now moves on to 125 of the 62 balls he's faced. He was going at below run a ball, and then once he got to his 50, he then decided to take them on, and now is striking at 201. This time in the air towards the mid-wicket area, falling short between 2 fielders, and gets another couple of more runs for his side. Score moves on to 229. .229 for 3, and this time a Yorker. dug it towards the square leg area, trying to chance a run out, but well fielded this time, backed up beneath the fielder. Score moves on to 230 with that single. Brings Ramesh on to strike. Slower one this time. Plays it towards the mid-wicket region for a single. Score moves on to 231. With a couple of more balls left, he's gone for 26 in the 2.4 he's bowled. Slow one, comes in line with the ball and plays it towards the mid-wicket region. The fielder fields that one, keeps it down to a single. One more run added. Score moves on to 232. This is the penultimate over of the innings. One more over to follow after this. Another slower one, this time placing it again towards the mid-wicket region. There's a fielder there. Keeps it down to a single. So end of the over. 233 for 3 at the end of 19. Last over coming up. Imran batting 129 or 65, 10 boundaries, 6 maximum. As you have a look at the dugout of Al Nabuda Bulls, they must be quite happy the way things have gone in the second half of the innings. Sujit to bowl the last over. He's gone for 26 in the 2 overs that he's bowled, but his captain backs him up. Bowling to Ramesh. This time over the cover region and waiting for the umpire's signal. Let's have a look at the replay. Have a look at that. Bowls wanting to bowl it away from the batsman, but not just enough width that he was looking for. Signaled a 6. So starts off with the 6 in the last over, 239. This time the helicopter shot over the bowler's head. One more run added. Score moves on to 240. Will they cross the 250 mark again is what will be interesting in the last 4 balls. And with both these batsmen going great guns, that's always on the cards. A couple of more hits to the boundary or over the boundary will take them over. As one is probably this one. It's not to be, it's a single. In the end, the low full toss not being made use of much. A single to credit, 241. 3 more balls left in the innings. As we see the lights taking full effect out here. Wonderful ball, chance of a run out, and yes it is. It was the only way that they could get him out was by a way of run out. And Imran finally has to make his way back to the dugout. Have a look at that, digs it out. Starts off, the batsman thinks that he's going for a single, Imran, but straight to the man back, and Imran is out. So finally some respite, but the damage is already done. Mohammad Imran out for 130 of 66 balls he faced, 9 sixes and 10 boundaries, and a happy dugout cheering him on as he makes his way out. claps around. Even the opponents clapping, that they knew that they have seen a very good innings. Innings built with patience, and then as this time he gets the measure of this one, going to the man at long on, and another wicket. Two wickets in 2 balls. Ramiz Nawab, the man, out for 28 of 14. He's out for 3 sixes. He wanted to replicate another big one, but found the man at long on. He's out for 28 of 14, so 2 new men at the crease. Sivan, the fielder who took that catch. Last ball of the innings. Naveed is a non-striker. He will want to make sure he tries to get his partner to run along with him. He's already given his helmet back to the dugout. Last ball of the innings, Sujit to bowl. In the air, and Shamim just holding on, and they give away 2 runs. So the end, Kaviyarasu was the man who came in and played the last ball. He got 2 runs of the last ball. So they end at 243 for 5 at the allotted 20 overs. As we have a look at the full scorecard of the team, Mohammad Imran and Captain Zanal, who opened the innings. Zanal was the first to go. He was bowled by Shamu of 14 of 11. Hafizur Rahman came in and scored a few lusty blows. He was out for 19 of 8 balls with 1 boundary and 2 maximums. Sagar, giving company to Imran, scored 39 of 22. He was out, caught by Shemu of the bowling of Sujit for 39 of 22 with 5 boundaries, 1 6. Ramiz Nawab made a cameo of 28 of 14 with 3 maximums. And then Mohammad Imran was the last to be out. He was run out by Sujit off the bowling of the 4th ball of the last over. He was out for 130 of 66, 10 boundaries and 9 maximums. Naveed was not out, nil without facing a ball. Kaviyarasu was out, not out, 2 of 1, 11 extras in innings, but that score of 243 is a daunting task which Watania will have to pull back. As we have a look at the bowling analysis, Shemu 4 overs 44 runs, 1 wicket. Sivan 3 overs 28 runs, no wicket. Akhil 2 overs 39 runs. Amir Bashir 4 overs 52 runs, 52 runs, 1 wicket. Tarindu 4 overs 41 runs, no wicket. Sujit 3 overs 34 runs, 2 wickets. The fall of wickets, the first one fell at 29, second one at 71, then 105 run partnership to 176. The 4th wicket fell at 241 and the 5th one too at 241. So 244 is what Watania need to get in their allotted 20 overs at 12.16 per over. We'll have this action coming back in the next few minutes. Thank you.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
All right, welcome back to the final innings of the day. The third match, the second match of the Super 8 between Watania Takaful and Al Nabuda Insurance Brokers. Al Nabuda captain winning the toss. He elected to bat first. They posted a mammoth 243 runs in their allotted 20 overs. And Watania have a tall order. Sivan and Tarindu to open the innings. Sivan's taking strike. Tarindu is his partner, the left-hander. Hafizur Rahman will open the bowling. Zanal, the captain wicketkeeper, is behind the sticks. All is not lost. They need to take heart from the fact when they played in the league phase earlier. Hafiz's first game, Watania had chased down 251, so they should fancy their chances. Starts off with the one outside off stump. Sivan ready to let that go. Dot ball. Happy is left arm over the wicket. Second ball of the over, second ball of the innings. Plays it towards mid wicket. The man at short square running around to his left collects the ball. So a single to start the reply. He's on one, Watania on one, brings the left-hander Tarindu on strike. Field adjustments for a left and right combination. Always a cause of concern for every fielding captain. Tarindu facing Hafiz. This is a power play, so only two men are allowed outside. We got a wide slip and bowls one down leg side. A good take by the wicket keeper. Both the teams captained by a wicket keeper. Deepak also captaining and wicket keeping For Watania, so is Zanal. Extra run. Score moves on to 2. Fairly long run-up starts from the 30-yard circle, generating some good steam. Shaping away into the keeper's gloves. No run there. Coffee is bowling to Tarindu. Plays this towards the gully region. The ball racing towards the boundary, but good chase by the fielder. Keeps it down to 2. Well, he's off the mark with that double. Score moves on to 4. Short and wait for the umpire signal. Is called a wide. Going over the batsman's head. Umpire signaling 1 for the over. Only allowed 1 bouncer. This was not well directed, so an extra ball. Score moves on to 5. Quickening up and tucking Tarindu up. He was slightly late on the ball, but luckily for him it's going down leg, so he wouldn't be called LBW. It's now a test of character for Tarindu. He knows the back of his mind. Had he taken Imran's catch, he could have been chasing somewhere around the 210 mark. Now they're choosing something close to 244. Again on the pads, but gets away with that. Leg by being signaled. End of the first over. 6 for the loss of no wicket. Kavirasu to start over number 2. Bowling to Tarindu, the left-hander. Asking for an LBW, but maybe going down leg side. Umpire not interested. Slightly late on the ball. He wants to send that one towards the mid wicket, but he's missed on a couple of occasions. He's been tucked up. He's got to make use of that opportunity. The moment it's on the pads, these are runs to be taken. As Kavirasu starts. This time gets the inner half of the bat, ball racing away towards the fine leg boundary. There's a fielder there. So 1 more run to the total. Score moves on to 7, brings the right-hander Sivan on strike. Kavirasu to Sivan. Plays it with soft hands towards the man at point. They take off for a quick single. Score moves on to 8. They're standing a couple of feet outside the popping crease, wanting to negate any swing that would be on offer. Under edge, beats the keeper, running away towards the fine leg boundary, and the fielder at fine leg unable to cross and save that one. So the first boundary, not a convincing one, but they will take that. They need many more of those. Slightly horizontal bat gets the under edge and eludes the keeper. So 4 runs added to the total. Score moves on to 12. This time through the cover region. But there's a fielder there. Naveed the fielder, no run there. Good shot, that should give him a bit of confidence. The moment you get a couple of balls to the center of your bat, you should feel good. And then you capitalize on it when it's there. And with the lights taking full effect and the winds blowing, the bowlers will fancy the chances to move the ball around a bit. It's up to the batsmen as to how they negate and how they focus themselves. One more ball left in the over. This is the Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 11. This is Super 8 game, the second one of the day in the Super 8. This time plays it towards covers again, finds the fielder. Shouldn't be bothered much. He's getting that there. He's just a matter of a couple of yards when he gets those boundaries coming.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Over number 3, Hafiz left arm over the wicket to Sivan. Adapt on the pads, and he's been given LBW. Asking for a review, but there are no reviews for LBWs. And he has to make the walk back to the pavilion. Sivan has been given LBW. Dapped on the knee roll. He thinks that it had gone high, but the umpire thinks it's going to hit the stumps, so that's good enough. Sivan LBW 2 of 4. LBW 2 of 4 balls. And he has to make the long walk back to the pavilion. New man in at number 3. Onto the pads, going towards fine leg boundary. We got 4. A faint tickle. Sujit, the new man, starts up with the boundary of the first ball. Hafiz with his tail up after that wicket. Must have fancied a chance of getting another one, but just missed his line, and Sujit gets a faint tickle and the ball races away towards the fine leg boundary. Score moves on to 16. For the loss of 1 wicket. Shot. We call a good bouncer, testing the batsman. The umpire calls that 1 for the over, so he knows, batsman well aware that he will not be able to bowl a bouncer again. (16 for 1), chasing 244. It's a tall ask. Plays it towards mid wicket for a single. Score moves on to 17. Left-hander on strike again. The field changes. Third on strike. Batting 7 of 9. Defense at 1. No run there. Required run rate now in excess of 13 runs and over. Last ball of the over coming up. Drives this one. The man at mid-off, unable to stop the single. 3 overs complete, 18 for the loss of 1 wicket. The man out. Sivan LBW for 2 of 4. Sujit batting 5 of 3 and Tarun batting 8 of 11. Kaviarasu to continue. This time comes down the track, plays it over the man at mid-off, one bounce into the fence. Tarun now deciding that it's time. We have a tall score to get to. Plays one over the man at mid-on. What is Kavindu's reply? Bowls it short. This time cuts this towards the man at gully. They complete a single. Played that shot well, but straight to the fielder. Brings Sujit on to strike. 23 for 1. Change in the field again. In the air towards the gully, one bounce, no run there. Ball just kicking off the surface there. Kaviarasu is a slightly tall man, using that height and making sure that he makes it a bit uncomfortable for Sujit out there. This time guides this towards covers, but there's a fielder there, no run there. Good comeback after going for the boundary of the first ball. Just managed to give one run, a single, and then 2 dots to follow that. So trying to make it as hard as possible for the batsman out there in the center. This is a power play. They need to make use of it. They need to have a good power play. They've already lost 1 wicket and they're just 24 on the board. The last ball of the 4th over coming up. 2 more overs of power play after this, and then the field restrictions will be removed. Last ball of the over. Again asking for an LBW. Not this time. The umpire not interested. We wait for the signal. It's a leg by. So end of the over. 25 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 4. Kaviarasu giving away 12 runs in the 2 overs he's bowled. Tarindo batting 13 of 14 and Sujit batting 6 of 6. So the Bulls having a tight lid on the proceedings, making sure that they don't get away with anything. Needing another 219 runs of the remaining 16 overs. First change in over number 5. Naushad T, the bowler, replacing Hafizur Rahman, who got a wicket this time, tucking him up. Tarindu wanting to go over mid-wicket. Wasn't that shot for that shot, so he was cramped up for room. Second ball. This time down leg side will be called a wide. Score moves on to 26 for the loss of 1 wicket. Again down leg side. The keeper missing this one, and this will be 5 wides. These are bonus runs. They will need lot more of those. Naushad is trying to tuck the batsman up. Probably better idea would be to come around the wicket, bring the ball back in, and if Tarindu misses one of them, that's going to hit the sticks from this line. He's always going to go down leg, and the umpire is going to penalize him for that. Natural action, taking the ball away from the into the left-hander. Better idea would be. This time again, better line this time. Had bowling it in line of the stumps. So Tarindu has missed a few of those. Has to work on that aspect where he manages to get bat on ball. The moment it's on the off or outside off, he's quite comfortable. He gets to the middle of the ball, but once it's on middle and leg, he's tucked up. He's trying to go for that flick over mid wicket, but unable to get any bat on that. So he's adding pressure. This time down leg again will be called a wide. He'll have to re-bowl that one. Score moves on to 32. Change in the field. The man at long off being brought in and man at mid on being sent down. Probably considering that the line that he is in. This time again missing that one. He's come back a bit strong. He's given a wide or so, but he's still managing to keep Tarindu quiet. Have a look at that from this angle. It's on the pads. And it is frustrating if you're not able to get. So it shows on Tarindu's face. This time down leg side. Again another miss and 5 more runs. If Tarindu is not getting it off the bat, Naushad is giving it in the form of wides. So 5 more runs added to the total. Score moves on to 37. Huh? You have a look at that. He's trying to flick that one, but since it's going down leg side, he makes no contact. Similar looking shots. This one, the line was different. The last one was way down leg side. This time it went into some. Now going around the wicket. He's given away 12 runs of the 3 legal balls that he's bowled so far. And this time he bowls him off the pads. Change of angle and rewarded for that. And Tarindu's misery comes to an end. He had been trying that, but with him bowling from over the wicket, he wasn't getting that. And this time he tucks him into the pad, cannons off it and onto the stumps. And Tarindu sees his stumps disbursed and has to make his way back to the pavilion. Not a good night for him. He was expensive when he dropped the catch of Mohammad Imran, who made them pay dearly, and then he was out for 13 of 18 balls, bowled by Naushad with 2 boundaries. "207 runs more required in 15.2 overs. Gautam T, the man at number 4, 9 matches, 53 runs, strike rate of 81.54. He'll have to put up a show tonight. It's not just about turning up and playing a game, it is how you decide to hunt those runs down. At the moment, Naushad 14 matches, 11 wickets, economy of 8.22. Wild swing outside the off stump, no run there, dot ball. It's not given any of the bat so far, everything's come off the extras that he's bowled. And he's still not completed the over. 37 for 2. Last ball. Cuts this one towards third man. There's a fielder there. Single to complete the over. Akhil the fielder. End of the over. 38 for 2.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
5 overs completed, 38 for 2. The last over of power play, Naveed comes into bowl. Second change. He replaces Kavya Rasu at bowl 2 overs. 14 matches. Good ball. No wickets to him yet so far, but a good chance tonight. He's been asked to bowl the 6th over and probably will get a few more if he keeps his composure right. He starts off well outside the off stump, clutching his right shoulder. This time drives through covers. Imran misfields there, allows the first run to be complete. इसको निकाल दे, वो ग्राफिक निकाल दे, वो वाला निकाल दे, live रहने दे. Keeper coming up to the stumps. Not yet, he's gone back again. Places towards mid-on, there's a single there. One more run added, score moves on to 40. Stop and play. Keeper asking for the helmet. Keeper now coming up to the stumps. 40 for 2. This time plays it back towards the bowler. No run there. Fifth ball of the over. This time down leg side again, missed by the keeper. The ball going towards the fine leg boundary. Kavi Arasu there keeps it down to a single along with the wide. 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 42. Naveed has to be aware that the keeper is up to the stump, so he hardly has any time to negotiate if the ball's starting going down to leg side. So you got to be careful. Keep it to one side of the wicket. Tucks the batsman up. No run there. Again, a single to end the over. So 43 for 2 at the end of 6 overs. Just going at about 7 runs and over. They need double of that. They need 14.26 in the next 14 overs. End of power play. 14.36 to be precise. Power play number 2 coming up. No shot to continue. Already gave away 13 runs. He got the wicket of Tarindu, but it was a lengthy over, so his captain will be hoping that he doesn't bowl a lengthy over. A boundary here or there is not going to matter much, but the moment you start bowling those extra balls, creates a lot of problems for your fielding side. Starts off from bowling outside the off stump. The umpire deems it to a legal delivery. Plays it down the ground towards the man at mid-off. A single completed. Score moves on to 44. Brings Gautam on to strike. Not sure if this is the right tactic, because you are already run. When you started the innings, you needed more than 11 runs and over, and you have nobody ready to take that risk. They're just trying to see off the ball. This is a 20 overs. By the time you blink your eye, you could probably finish a few more overs. They need somebody to take the initiative. Trying this one, asking for an LBW, probably an inside edge. Sujit asking for a change in bat, probably a change in bat and a change in mindset as well. This time trying to play away from the body. No, the ball swinging a bit. Right time to bowl for any medium pacer with the lights in full effect and the wind split taking place. The ball's fairly new. And with your opponent 2 down, you fancy your chances more of getting a wicket. This time playing it in the air towards the mid-off region. There's a fielder there. Doesn't allow the ball to go through. There's another single added to the total. Score moves on to 45. Much better over from Naushad. No wide so far, so that's good bowling as he concedes another single. End of the over. 46 for the loss of 2 wickets at the other. One more ball to go. 46 for 2 at the end of 7 overs. Naveed in to bowl his second over. He's coming in 5 runs in the first over. Tucks him up again. A quick single. Bulls will not mind it one bit. They know that this game is for them to lose. They have put up a huge target for Watania, who are right now at the moment struggling to get runs. They only got a handful of boundaries. This time over the man at mid-off. One bounce into the fence. The moment he got the width, he managed to send that over the mid-off boundary. This is what they need. And the 50 coming up in the 8th over. Have a look at it. Slightly outside and making full use of those arms and sends us over the mid-off boundary for 4 runs. Gautam gets his first boundary. At this time he sends us towards the mid-wicket region. There's a fielder there. Keeps it down to a single. Naveed this time, the last time he was guilty of bowling it outside the off stump. This time he keeps it in line of the stumps. You're more better off bowling in line of the stumps. Better chances of stopping a batsman from getting those extra runs. Even a better chance of getting a wicket if you can. At this time he plays this towards gully and a single being completed. Doesn't mind that. Score moves on to 53. This time in the air towards the man at long off. There's station there for that. A single. Score moves on to 54. Cuts this one towards gully for another single. End of the over. 55 for 2 at the end of 8. Parvez, bowler number 5 in the lineup to bowl the 9th over. This time edges this one, goes towards the third man. The fielder giving the chase. Good stop with his foot. They backed up well by the man at fine leg. So saving us 2 runs for his side. For 2. This time short, plays it towards the mid-wicket boundary for a maximum, the first maximum of the innings of the bat of Sujit. He moves on to 21 of 17. It was slightly short and good, just enough height that Sujit could turn around and send it towards the mid-wicket boundary. So 6 runs. First maximum. Another this time trying to repeat that shot. Goes into the vacant mid-off region. They come back for first. They come back for the second. And easily make it. So 2 more runs. Sujit now deciding that probably Parvez is the bowler that they need to target. And then move on to the rest of the bowlers. So far they got 10 of the first 5 balls. Last ball of the over. Plays it down towards long off for a single. 11 runs, but still not good enough. 11 runs in an over by no means is a mean achievement, but considering that you are chasing 15-16 runs in over, you are still behind. Last ball of the over, rather there was a 5th ball. 67, 1 more ball to go. 12 runs coming off the over. They need another. Down leg side will be called a wide. We'll have to reload this one. 68 for 2. Cuts this one towards the vacant third man and a boundary to end the over. Finishes the over at 72 for 2. Needing another 172 runs of the remaining 11 overs. Have a look at that. Slightly short. Cuts this one into the vacant third man region for a boundary. Ramesh comes into bowl. 11 matches, 7 wickets. Down the leg side again. Zanal being tested. Starts off with a wide. So 2 more runs. Last over, 17 runs came of it. Providing some sort of impetus to the innings that was missing since the word go. They need those big overs. And they need them in clusters. Ramesh starting off with the wide of the first ball, gives away 2 runs. Score moves on to 74. Plays this towards gully, complete a easy single. Score moves on to 75. Plays it over the bowler's head, going towards long off. There's a fielder there. 1 more run. Score moves on to 76. Gautam still not able to find that radar that he's looking for. Sujit looking much better, but he needs to be there till the end and score those big runs. And he needs somebody to partner with him. He cannot do it alone. It has to be all guns blazing from both the ends. Again, on the back foot, plays it towards gully on a single run. 77 for 2. Gautam on strike. This time plays it towards extra cover. There's a fielder there. A single added to the total. Score moves on to 78. Plays it off the back foot, hurries it on himself. Score remains on 78. .5. Last ball of the over coming up. Full toss onto the legs. The ball going away to the boundary. So 82 for 2 at the end of 10 overs. Comparatively at this stage, the Bulls were 92. It was in the second half that they really took off on the Watania bowlers, and this is what Watania will be hoping now as we take a short break.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Second half of the innings, side change. 10 overs being bowled from the pavilion end. 82 for 2, needing another 162 of the remaining 60 balls. Started at around 11.5, 11.7, is now reached 16.2. It only gets worse from there if you're not able to keep in touch with the run rate. Naveed plays this, bowls this one. The batsman takes a strong swipe at it, and the first ball goes to the boundary. It was an edge, but doesn't matter. They need those runs. They need to be counted. 4 runs. Have a look at that. Away from the body, no control whatsoever, but still the result is what he desired. A boundary to start the over. Now we're bringing the short third man slightly more finer this time. And the man at short fine being brought to third man, and the short third man being moved away to his gully. Again, the field has moved a bit rounder to the right on the leg side. Shouldn't be any cause of panic. It was just a false stroke, as this time he plays it towards the mid-on region. Long on, fields that one, well fielded, and keeps it down to 2. So saved a certain boundary. That's the level of commitment that the ANIB boys have. They know that Watania is at the moment well behind the asking rate, but do not want to give them any sort of free runs. 6 runs coming off the first 2 balls. Down the ground. Fielder there keeps it down to a single. Imran. Score moves on to 88. It's a question of trying too hard. It's not going to get there. You got to be calculative. Understand your scoring areas. As this time, Gautam plays it with soft hands. Completes one. Comes back for the second. Nobody backing up at the stumps. Probably could have managed to get a run out there. The fielder there at covers didn't come forward towards the sticks or the bowler. Have a look at that. Quite close, but had anybody been closer to the stumps, could have held the ball and crashed the stumps, but not to be. 2 runs added. 90 for 2. This time in the air towards long on, and over the fence she goes for a maximum. So Gautam now will have to take off. He's already got 1. He'll have to get more. Have a look at that in the slot. And this one deposited high and handsome over the long on boundary for a maximum. $15 runs coming off this over so far. 14 rather. This time over the square leg boundary, and he's taken on the edge of the circle, on the edge of the boundary. So the third wicket to fall. The umpire is asking the batsman to wait and check whether the fielder had touched the boundary ropes. वापस एक और बार दे. Rock and roll again. Huh? And the moment Gautam decided to chance his arm, he's out for 25 of 19. The ball was there to be hit. He's out 25 of 19. And have a look at that. It was in the slot. It took the height but not the distance, and found the man to perfection and taken inside the boundary line. So a comfortable catch. Wicket to end the over. It was an expensive one, but still less than the required run rate that they were pursuing. Mohammed, the new batsman, he's at the non-striker's end. Ramesh to continue. Slow ball over the bowler's head. They complete a single. Score moves on to 98. Mohammed on strike for the first time. Onto the pads. called wide, and they complete an extra run along with that, wide. So 2 more runs added. 100 coming up. 100 coming up in 11.1 overs. Needing another 144 more runs in the remaining 8.5, 53 balls. At the rate of 16.3. Plays this towards covers. There's a fielder there. Keeps it down to a single. One more run added. Mohammad yet to get off the mark. The only ball he faced was the one down leg side and crossed over for a single. So technically hasn't faced any ball yet. Legal ball. Ball slipping out of the hand of the bowler. Hitting the stumps. Reloading that one is Ramesh. This time outside the off stump, plays it towards long off for a single. All Ramesh is doing is bowling it slightly slow, more so of the back of the hand. Not giving much room for the batsman to get under him. This time slightly quicker. Was playing it towards the man at long off for a single. One more run added. Score moves on to 103. 2 more balls left in the over. In the air, the man at covers will be interesting out here. Drops up one, Imran. And 2 more runs added. $105 for 3. Plays it down the ground for a single. 106 for 3. End of the over. Over number 13, Imran from round the wicket. Off spin, plays this towards long off for a single. 1 more run added. Bowling it, slanting it across the right hander. Batsman going on the back foot, trying to punch this one towards point. Doesn't get any contact into the keeper's gloves. So no run, score 107. Wanting to size him up, but the length not there, so gets a single. $108 for 3. Trying to cut this one late on the ball. 2 more balls left in the over. Is what the umpire indicates. Swings this one, going towards the mid-wicket area. And straight to the man in mid-wicket. So another wicket. Mohammad, the man, out. Out for 5 of 5. And the 4th wicket to fall. Have a look at that. tosses this one slower in the air. Mohammad putting all his might behind it one, but again getting the distance, not getting the height, not the distance, and a safe catch. Mohammad out, caught Naushad, bowled Mohammad Imran for 5. Akhil, the new man. Last ball of the over coming up. 2 matches, he scored 12 runs. Need more than that. Much more than that if they want to get anywhere closer to this score. Slow one, picks it on the full towards the square leg boundary. The fielder there, they come back for 2, completing that run. So 2 more runs to the total, ends the over at 110 for 4. GG, the new bowler, right arm off spin. Tucks the batsman up, goes on the back foot and plays for a single. Misfield, but just 1 run. Places down the ground. There's a fielder there at long off for that. Keeps it down to a single. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 111. Comes down the ground. Cuts this one towards third man. Fielded that one, so 1 more run added. Score moves on to 112. Down the ground, past the bowler. GG deciding not to put his hand behind the one. Keeps it down to a single. The fielder. So 4 balls, 4 runs in the over. Down the ground, plays a Chinese cut. Goes to the man at short fine. The fielder having presence of mind throws it to the bowler's end, but the batsman just managing to reach in. So 5 balls, 5 runs. Score moves on to 115. This time takes it off the wicket and sends it towards the long leg boundary for 4. So 9 runs coming off that over. Score 119 for 4 at the end of 14. I go look at the last ball. onto the pads, and he swivels across and sends it towards the long leg boundary. 119 for 4. First ball of the 15th over, trying to cut that one. The keeper missing that, but that ball was just staying low. 119 for 4. Mohammad Imran gave away 4 runs in the first over, and he took the wicket of Sujit. This time tossing that one up and sending it towards the long on boundary, and there's a fielder there for that. The second wicket for Imran in the game. Gautam, the man, holding out to the man at long on. 119 for 5. Gautam out for 26 of 27. Caught by Hafiz off the bowling of Imran. Shemu coming to the center, playing it towards mid wicket, the complete one. Fielders making sure that they don't give away any extra runs. So one more run, 120 for 5. 14.3 overs completed. Comes on the track, plays it towards long on. This one's a handsome stroke over the mid on, long on fielder rather. So another 6, 126 for 5. Batsman deciding to give one back to Imran. They have seen a lot of these balls going out of the park when Imran was batting, so probably a couple of return gifts for him. This time in the air, falls short of the man at third man, so one more run. Akhil batting on 15 of 6, score 127 for 5. Last ball of the over coming up. Shemu on strike is 1 of 1. Drives us down the ground for a single. 128 for 5 at the end of 15.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
.128 for 5. Over number 16. Down leg side will be called wide. Kavya Rasu, the bowler. 129.5. Required run rate 123.2. So practically every ball is to be a boundary. As he plays it with soft hands back to the bowler. No run there. A case of something to think for Watania. Do they go down fighting or they just play these overs out? This time comes down the track, plays it for a single. Easy single. GG the fielder there. Happy to give away that single. Not going to cost them much. All they need to do is finish these overs off as soon as possible. Keep it down to the minimum and get themselves a victory. As this time Akhil comes down the track, plays it towards mid wicket. There's a fielder there, so another single. Places over the man at mid off. Goes to the boundary. 4 runs. So Shemu gets a boundary for himself and his side. He moves on to 7. Score moves on to 135. Handsome stroke in the slot on the rise and just sends this over wide long off for a boundary. 135 for 5. This time down the ground, there's a fielder there. And that's a single added to the total. Hafiz the fielder. Score moves on to 136. Trying to tuck him on the pads. He plays it towards deep square leg. There's a fielder there who moves around. Can't stop the double. So 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 138. End of the over. 16 gone. 138 for 5. Akhil batting 18 of 8. Shemu batting 9 of 6. Naveed to continue. Onto the pads, plays it towards short mid wicket, takes a single. The fielder, keeper doing the fielding there, keeps it down to a single. In the slot, going high, but there's a fielder there and a safe catch. Again, not getting the distance. They're trying to go for the big ones and perishing in the process. 6th wicket down. Have a look at that. Slower in the air, takes the bait and sends us towards the long on boundary. There's a fielder there and he's Ankur is the fielder who takes the catch. Akhil out. Akhil the man out, brings Deepak the captain to the center. Coming at number 8. Deepak, the captain, experienced campaigner, lays it towards Shamu, plays it in the air, and another catch. Imran the one taking that catch. So the 7th wicket down. So now it's coming in and taking 2 wickets in a space of 3 balls. Again, bowling it slightly slower, giving enough air. Have a look at that. Losing his shape, ends up skewing it up in the air. Imran backpedals and takes a well-judged catch. So 1 more wicket falls. Shemu, the batsman, out. .140 for the loss of 7 wickets. Shemu, the man, out. Caught Mohammad Imran bowled Naveed for 9 of 8 with 1 boundary. दूसरे मैच की बात कर रहा हूँ. अच्छा, जल्दी हो गया वो. New man Nijaz Nuruddin coming at the fall of Shemu's wicket. Nearly playing it onto the stumps. Dot ball. 140 for 7. Last ball of the 17th over. Remains to be seen whether they last the 20 overs as he plays this towards mid-wicket. There's nobody inside the ring, so the man at deep mid-wicket coming in, GG, keeps it down to a single. 141 for 7. Last 3 overs coming up. They need another 103 runs. Ramesh to continue the 18th over. On the back foot, plays it towards short covers. Another single. Score moves on to 142. Brings Deepak on to strike. Asking for a stumping. The umpire not interested. So not the dot ball. In Watania today, truly not arriving. They were doing well up till the first 10 overs of the game, and then from there on, the Bulls taking the game by the horn. You normally say you take the Bulls by the horn, but this time the Bulls had taken the opponents by the horns. They went on a carnage and scored 150 plus in the remaining 20 or 10 overs. Umpire calls it a legal delivery. 2 more balls left in the 18th over. Onto the pads, called a wide. Good take by the wicket keeper. So score moves on to 143. Driving this down for a single. 144. Target now exactly 100 runs of the remaining 14 balls. Under the bat. No run. One more ball left in the over. Rather, that's the end of the over. .145 for 7. So the target now in 2 digits. 99 required of the remaining 2 overs. Right arm leg spin onto the pads, plays it towards short fine. Deepak not interested, it's a wide, so one more run added. Score moves on to 146. Down the leg side again. This time they go in for the extra run, so 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 2 रन है यार. मैं उसको बोलो 2 रन थे, वो क्या कर रहे हैं? Score moves on to 149. This time another leg by. So 150 coming up in the 19th over, makes it 151 now for 7. .151 for 7. Plays it in the air. There's the man down there at the mid-wicket boundary. He stops it with his leg. It can't stop the double, so 2 more runs added. 7 runs coming out of the 4 balls. 2 more balls left in the over. Score moves on to 153. This time goes on the back foot, plays it. Chance of a run out, misses that one, and they get an extra overthrow. Score moves on to 155. Last ball of the 19th over coming up. Misses that one, so does the keeper, but the man had shot fine, making sure that he feeds the balls, keeps it down to a single. 156 for 7, the last over of the day, the last over of this game coming up.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Adil, the man to bowl the last over. Nijaz on strike. He's managed to get a single, asking for the run out. Umpire going upstairs. Let's have a look. We'll have a look at the screen again. Batsman short of his ground, and the signal should come up for out. So Deepak is run out. A good bit of fielding. Even though they have the game in the hands, they want to make sure they inflict whatever. Let's have a look in slow-mo again. Plays it, the set off for the run. He takes it very easy. Throw direct onto the stumps, and the batsman knew he was struggling. And that's the 8th wicket down. Deepak the man. Run out. Number 10. नीजाज तो नॉन स्ट्राइक, ये भी नीजाज ही है. Down leg side will be called a wide. Vipin, the new man. It's a wide that he faced. Again, now they're asking for an LBW, and he's been given. Playing across the line, and Adil gets a wicket to his name. Something to cheer up for him, and all the more agony for Watania right in front of the stumps, playing across the line. Easy decision for the umpire. And Vipin has to go out. LBW, the first legal ball he faced. Brings the last man to the center. He's out for one. Sorry, not of one ball that he faced. Out LBW. The last man striding out to the center. Now the 4 balls left in the match with 1 wicket. First target that these two men have to think about is survive the last 4 balls. Amir, the batsman. Plays it back towards the bowler. No run. The intent quite there to keep the opponents on the park as much as possible. He plays it towards the cover region for another single. So score moves on to 158. 2 more balls left. Very appreciative if they make it to the 160 mark. although they know that they're going to lose by heavy margin, but every run and every small little target you achieve is good for you, as we see this one falling in no man's land and a single being taken. Score moves on to 159. Last ball of the match, last ball of the day on a Super Saturday, with the third game just about to conclude in the Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 11, as he's bowled, Amir is bowled, and they're all out for 159. A comprehensive 84-run victory for the ANIB Bulls, playing across the line, and Adil finishes with 2 wickets to his name in the over that he's bowled, concluding the proceedings for today. As we have a look at the scorecard, Sivan out LBW for 2 of 4 balls. Tarindu Leanaige out for 13 of 18. Sujit out for 42 of 27. Gautam Tamil Selvan 26 of 27 with 2 boundaries. Mohammad Ali out for 5 of 6 with no boundaries. Akhil scored 18 of 9 with 1 boundary and 1 maximum. Shimu out for 9 of 8. Deepak run out for 4 of 6. Nijaz not out 8 of 11. Vipin out first ball LBW, and then Amir Bashir was out for 1 of the 3 balls. 31 extras in the innings, folded for 159 and an 84-run victory. 10 bowlers used. Hafiz bowled 2 overs, 11 runs and a wicket. Kavir Rasu 3 overs, 22 runs, no wicket. Naushad 2 overs, 16 runs, 1 wicket. Naveed 4 overs, 32 runs, 3 wickets. Parvez Babu 1 over, 17. He was expensive. And Ramesh Nawab 3 overs, 23 runs, no wicket. Imran came in and chipped in a couple of wickets in the 2 overs and gave away 13 runs. Gigi got 1 over and he gave away 9. So did Sagar Kalyan, gave away 9. And then Adil finishing off the proceedings. He bowled 1 over, gave 3 runs and got 2 wickets to his name. So 84-run victory for the ANIB Bulls against Watania in their first game of the Super 8 in the Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 11. We'll have the presentations in the next few minutes.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
begin. Who win this year's championship? Come feel the heat of this dream. Witness the strength and confidence of those who face these challenges. Cause in the end, we all win. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Everybody sing. The ball has hit the bat, whoa, whoa. Fielders are running to catch it. Is a six, or will it be a four? We scream, we roar, oh my god, the tension soar. The pressure, the skill on display is amazing, what can I say? Let the claps run in millions, as if cricket is our religion. Let's go. If you wanna be the best, play with courage and confidence. Level up your game to be prominent. Don't forget it's your time to shine. Play tough but remember to be kind. Let's see who tops at the finish line. Insurance Premier League.